What's going on? I'm Spencer Tillis.
I'm Trayvon Miles.
And this is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Coming up in just a bit in today's episode, it was the annual Blue vs. White Senior Girls Lacrosse game up in Delaware. Some of the top players in the state laced them up for one last time.
That's right, and we're giving you the bird's eye view at one of the best minor league players on Delmarva. Connor Beerfeld joins us in the bird's nest.
And we're going to talk a little summer hoops. What's an off-season? Trey and I will be joined by Hawks associate head coach Cliff Reed in just a minute. Well, Trey, the school seasons are all over now, and you know what that means. It is the off-season, but also we get a great opportunity. It's that end-of-the-year all-star games. You know, these are so much fun. It's the seniors' last chance, and, you know, you play against these guys all growing up. It's one opportunity to play with them. It's a lot of fun. And there was the Bayside game this Sunday. First inning here, and the South would go straight to work in this thing. Parkside's Jack Ertzen with an RBI double to score LeBron Hilliard, and then another round would come on in to score right there. That gave his team the lead. Not done yet. Bennett's Luke McCooley rips this one for a 2 RBI single in the second to score. Clippers' Caleb Taylor and Chris Fields' Brett Tyler to make it 4-0. They were also doing work on the mound. Former Ram Hunter Parsons, I should say, with the strikeout there, and then a couple more from Decatur's Grant Donahue. He would be named the pitcher of the game, but they were not done yet. Wise Ben Davis with an RBI single up the middle there. The route was on. Donahue also brought his lumber, picks up an RBI to make it 15-0. Ooh. But give some credit to the North. They were kind of battled back in this thing. Kent Island's Nico Edwards gets into an RBI fielder's choice right here to score CR's Connor Garvey. And then St. Michael's Lewis Risher gets an RBI single to right. Edwards tries to score on the play. He's going to get caught in a rundown, but he's got his PF Flyers laced up for this one, and he's going to go ahead and slide home safely right there. The South would end up winning this one, though, 15-4 the final.
It's fun. You know, this is probably the last time I'll play with these guys, you know, so just soaking it all in and just enjoying ourselves. So
it's an honor. I mean, getting to play with kids like Jack, Hunter, Grant, all of them, it's really cool.
I got to say, I really expected the North to have a little bit of a better showing in this one. I thought if they could get through those first 3 innings, get through Harsons, get through Donahue, you know, their pitching at the end would be just as comparable with the South. It might be a good ball game. I even thought they had my chance to win this one. Not so much. No. The South really kind of put any doubts of that in a hurry. They put on a performance out there. But really, I mean, it was just fun to see these seniors go at it one last time. I mean, what a great ball game. It was just fun. It was great baseball out there. It was fun to watch.
When we think about it, man, those arms you just named, good grief. I mean, how could they have a chance against those type of arms?
They're going D1 for a reason.
Yes, they are. We also had an extension of the Delaware season when some of our all-star seniors got together for the DFRC Blue-White game. A lot like the Blue-Gold games held, the DRFC puts on a lot of great events in the first state, even in an exhibition. This one turned out to be a barn burner. This game also turned into the Thomas Alo Expo. Just 3 minutes in, Alo starts his run, spins and scores. Minutes later, wheels past the defender, shoots for goal number 2. Then Alo showing off his power. 3 goals in the first 7 minutes for the former Caesar Rodney Ryder. The most impressive goal goes to Tower Hill's Andrew Pettit. Through the legs, rolls one past the keeper. This game would be tied with 10 seconds left. And Spencer, who else are you going to but Alo, muscling past the defender and the goalie for the goal. As time expires, White wins it at the Horn 15-14.
It was pretty cool playing with the kids I grew up with for one last time. It's all the best players in the state coming together, and it's about having fun, but I mean, we tried to win, and it was cool that we got to.
Well, Thomas said it all. It was fun and games in the beginning, Spencer, but when they started to see that clock kind of dwindling down a little bit, you started seeing some hitting, you started seeing some more sprinting, and a little bit more extra effort. These guys are really competitive, and their competitive edge definitely took over as athletes. You know, it came down to the last 10 seconds of the game, and everybody in the whole stadium knew who was getting the ball, but Alo just could not be denied. But bigger than the final score was the opportunity, like Alo said, to get to play with his guys. Memories that'll last these kids for a lifetime.
And talk about making a memory. I mean, Alo had himself a ball game in front of people. He is all kinds of good for a reason, and he's another guy that, I mean, it's going to be fun to kind of see what happens with his college career. Just a great guy to watch. And the girls lacrosse teams were going at it as well, actually just before that game. And there was 3 dynamic seniors in that one from Cape that were showing off the entire time. Sarah Tappan was one of them. Jordan Brown was another one. They were putting on a show, but the thing was there was also another girl, Lexi Woodruff, who was also just as good. Wow. Over at the other end, there were some great performances as well from Polytech's players as well. Rachel Slater had a good showing in this thing as well. Both of them are just, going to have a great career once they get to college. Woodruff, however, did hit a three-position shot with 20 seconds left as Team White would end up taking that thing 24-23 the final.
It means a lot to me. Sarah, Jordan, and I have been on varsity together since we were freshmen, and we've all played the same position, and they let us play together, so it was fun.
I tell you, everyone knows how good Cape is. I mean, they have won 7 straight titles for a reason, and I tell you what, it's strange when you look at it. Their 3 seniors are all kinds of good. I know it's just an all-star game. They had 14 goals between the 3 of them in a game where their team only scored 24. I mean, they carry the thing. The crazy thing about this entire thing is the Vikings, they're probably not really going to miss them. I mean, they're solid players, but they're going to plug in some new girls that, they're going to be just back there and just as good next year. But it was fun. I mean, all those girls, again, are going to go to college. It's going to be interesting to see how they play when they progress to play at that next level, because you and I both know high school is one thing. Once you start playing against all those really good collegiate athletes, it's going to be a completely different matter here, but I think they're all going to have a lot of success as well.
One thing we know about Cape Lacrosse, they don't rebuild, dude. What do?
They just reload.
They just reload all the time. Cape Lacrosse, they are just great. That's why they're state champions 7 times in a row. One more all-star game for the ladies. They got together in the blue-gold softball game. Woodbridge's Haley Andrews on the bump for the blue team. Not a bad choice by those North coaches, getting strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. She had 5 of those, only faced 5 batters.
That's not bad.
Well, after Haley left, she handed the pill off to Delmar ace Alexis Layton. That didn't work out for the gold team either, Spencer.
She ain't bad.
She gets the strikeout. Blue would get their bats going. Shelby Murphy, Delmar grad, gets into this one in the left field. 2-run double. Fellow Wildcat Ashton Riddle and Lake Forest grad Catherine Betts score. The blue team rode it out with guess who? Reagan Green for the finish.
How's that fair?
How fair is that? Green ends her high school career with what else but strikeouts as the blue team went on to shutout goal 5-0.
It's an honor, really, being on the blue team because I've played with some of these girls before, and getting to play with them again is really fun.
Well, Spencer, it is fun to be on the blue team because they ultimately just ran over the gold team. But Wildcats and Bulldogs don't usually mix. The ladies coincided on Wednesday for a great game. How fair was it for Laurel and Delmar to be on the same team? I mean, I know they put Polytech on the other team.
I get it.
Polytech won the title, but Laurel and Delmar on the same team. Those kind of arms, you can win. I think they can go D1 and win a couple games.
Oh, for sure. The thing is, the best pitcher in the entire state was Reagan Green. The best 1 through 9 lineup was Delmar, and you paired those together. It was just Polytech got hot at the right time, upset Delmar. But you paired the 2 best teams, in my opinion, on the one team. What do you expect to happen? Yeah. It's time for our first commercial break, but coming up next, did you know Shorebird's Connor Bierfeld is a big Kobe fan? I'm going to say he's a smart man because of that. The debut of the Bird's Nest is up next.
I'm Justin Hill. I play shortstop for Sussex Tech, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.